Hey guys, and welcome back to Thomas Talks Cars. You join me with this, the 2025 Tesla Model Y Performance, the highest performing, big output, top of the range Tesla here in the UK. This is a sporty version, more performance orientated version of the very popular Tesla Model Y. Now in this video I'm going to give you a walk around tour of the car, show you what it's like in the interior and get it on the road for a test drive. So stay tuned for this video. So up front, just like the Model Y Juniper, we've got the full length light bar going across. We've got a slightly revised bumper with real aero on the side, split headlight design as you can see, a little bit of grey plastic underneath, and your 360 camera up front is going to be down just below where it says Tesla here. Overall the front end is quite sleek. There's no visible parking sensors because like the other Tesla models it uses cameras to detect objects and things like that, which we can cover when we get inside. This particular model being the Performance, we do get these unique 21-inch Arachnid style alloy wheels. We do get the red brake calipers. I have been told that the Tesla Model Y Performance has a slightly different setup in terms of brakes than the Tesla Model 3 Performance, so it's not the same carryover. However, in terms of the battery pack in the Performance, a lot of that is carried over from the Model 3 Performance. Now on the side of the car we do get black gloss plastic pieces here on where the cameras are going to be, the door, mirror caps. It's harder to see in today's video because the rain is making everything look dull and gloomy, but we do have these aerodynamic kind of style mirrors with a little line going across there. Overall the side profile hasn't changed too much from the regular Juniper. Now around the rear you may notice this is slightly different from your regular Tesla Model Y that's in traffic. You're going to see we've got this little spoiler here that's just carbon fibre. It's about 4 or 5 fingers width. It's a little bit deeper than I thought, especially when I seen it in photographs. That's quite noticeable, as well as the Performance badge there on the rear. Rear bumper design looks a little bit more muscular with some kind of design elements here in the bottom of the bumper. Overall, it looks pretty much similar to what we've seen in the Model Y Juniper. We do have the updated LED bar in the rear, but it says Tesla gone as the Tesla logo. So if you haven't seen that before, this is where you're going to notice that design language as well. Pop the boot. We do have over 800 litres of boot space, just like the regular Model Y. It is fantastic with the use of storage. We've got 40, 20, 40 folding seats. They can be folded electronically at touch of a button, and we have storage underneath to store things like your cover for your boot, which I always like when cars have that kind of concertina is closed. I usually have this out for videos just so we're not getting yourself all tangled up. And there's storage underneath for things like your charging cables, and the second bit of floor lifts up as well, so there's quite a flexible floor. You can just touch those buttons there and those seats are going to electronically fold right back up. Go ahead and open the door, so you push this left hand side of the handle, pops out and you can pull that across. We do have the acoustic glass on the Model Y now, and in the rear we have plenty of foot room, knee room, headroom. I'm 5'11", big panoramic roof. We've got an 8-inch touchscreen here which allows rear passengers to play games. We've got an 8-inch touchscreen in the back here which allows passengers to play games. You can even Bluetooth headsets there, so you're able to play music or play some games again without distracting the drivers up front. We can also control the air back here as well, and your heated seats. The two outer seats do have heating on them. Now the door cards themselves do have fuzzy stuff in the door bins. In the rear, it is worth mentioning that your mechanical release is down at the bottom of that door bin, whereas your electronic popper is up here where the grab handle is. Do have carbon fibre effect trim here. Nice soft flush material with a suede material here. Ambient lighting in the car, 2 cup holders in the centre armrest here. Overall, not too much has changed back here in comparison to the Model Y Juniper, which is not a bad thing. It's comfortable, it's spacious, and yeah, it's quite a nice place to be as a passenger. Let's check out up front because that's where some of the changes are. Alright, you join me in the cabin of the new Model Y Performance. Now the big talking point is this new screen. It's got a thinner bezel, it's larger than a standard Model Y, it's 16-inch in this car, and it's got a lot more pixels, about 80% more pixels than the outgoing screen. So for anybody into tech and that, you may buy this car just purely for the new screen in this vehicle. Just like a regular Tesla, there's no heads-up display or screen in front of the driver. Everything's controlled through this screen, so things like your wipers are all controlled through the screen, same as your lights. Glove box, lined with the fuzzy stuff, softly damped. There is a USB-A charger in there with the USB-A stick in there, which records and acts like a dash cam, so it records all the footage, which is quite good and clever. Control your mirrors and your reach and rake by using the left knob on the steering wheel, just like what we've seen on the regular Model Y, so you're able to go in and out and adjust that like so. Now, being the Performance model, we do have 3 modes for acceleration: chill, standard and insane. Your deceleration is going to be close to your one pedal driving, so you can do reduced or standard. We do have adaptive dampers on the performance model, so you can do standard or sport. Slippery surfaces, you can turn that on or off. I'm leaving it in auto today because today is absolutely miserable weather. Steering weight feel from light to heavy. Stability assist from reduced to normal. Again, if you wanted traction to kick out, I guess you could hit reduced, but I'm just going to leave it in normal for today. And then auto shift is the feature where you're parked up, the car's going to detect you're going to slide forward or back, like so. It knows I've reversed into this space. So I'm just going to tap the gas, and then you accelerate and you move forward, and then you just pull that down back to swipe into reverse to pull up those cameras. You may notice this is the main way to get the car going, is swiping that screen up and down. We do have touch buttons up on top of the roof where the hazards are if required, but there is no stalk or anything. It is all controlled through the screen. Same things for your climate, that's all controlled through the screen here. Turn that on, we've got heated and ventilated seats. You can leave it in auto, it's going to boot up and be quite noisy. Do have 2 phone chargers here. Storage in here, which is quite deep, lined with fuzzy stuff, ideal for cake. 2 cup holders, and that all disappears. Touch those buttons and you get a nice smooth appearance. Under here in the armrest, lined with fuzzy stuff, 1 USB-C charger. Again, quite a nice place to be. All materials in here feel well built, solid, carbon fibre effect trim going across the dash and on the door card. Big sound bar. Tesla's in-house sound system is in this vehicle. It sounds fantastic. It won't play anything for obvious reasons for copyright. Do have electronic door poppers, manual door poppers in front of the window switches. The door bins aligned with the fuzzy stuff, which is a nice plus, and we do have the blind spot integrated into the tweeters, so when you're driving along, the flashes red. This car does have autonomous driving to an extent in one of the packages, so when you're indicating on the motorway, it will flash red, comes up in the screen flashing red, but it actually will turn the car for you. Same thing for parking as well. You can find a space and push a button and it will do and park the car itself for you. But overall, up here, not too different from a Model Y Juniper. It's well built, good tech. I like the heated and cooled seats on the car. It's quite a nice, quiet cabin. And yeah, that's the main thing to talk about here. Now, it is worth mentioning, we do have these performance seats in this car. So just like the Model 3 Performance, we've got the little performance emblem on the top of the headrest. Quite a sporty seat with kind of the shoulder pads up here, all soft and kind of squidgy here. A bit of bolstering on the side of the seats. But yeah, it's a nice difference to make this car feel a little bit more special than the standard Model Y. Alright, you join me behind the wheel of the Tesla Model Y. Now it's -3 degrees, I am on the motorway behind the Honda Civic that is smattering with bits of ice, and I thought it'd be a good time to tell you about what the car's like on the road. So this car does have adaptive dampers, so you can quite quickly when you're in the screen switch between standard or sports mode, depending what you're wanting. Same for acceleration, you can have it in standard, chill or insane. Now, I have it on sports and insane for this portion of the video because it's my last day with the car and I have been driving it as a regular electric SUV. I take the opportunity today to drive it in a kind of more firm, rough setting. I can confirm it is riding rougher on the sports setting. If I do have it in standard mode, and you've got a little toggle as well to turn it off, use standard ride and handling on autopilot mode. You can toggle that on and off as well. It does make it feel a little bit more softer and comfortable for driving around. So yeah, I would have it in standard if you want comfort. Around the back roads and B roads that I've driven it on, it has been really wet here. It is winter or almost winter here in Scotland, so I haven't really had a chance to like floor it or enjoy it, but you can feel the handling, the grip from the all-wheel drive system. I've not once felt this car's losing control driving off. I've been driving at like normal speeds with the traffic, nothing crazy, but I don't feel like it's a danger on the road considering the amount of power on tap with this vehicle. I do believe the mid 3 seconds to 60, this car is rapid, and I think I've driven a good few electric cars recently that give you that brutal acceleration, so I'm almost getting used to the mid 3 second range now, which is a bad place to be because you need to move to the 2 second range now maybe to feel a bit more woof. Makes me smile still thinking about it, but I've been very fortunate this year to drive some rapid electric vehicles. Peak charging in this car is about 250 kilowatts. That is a little bit less than things like the MG IM6 that I think was 395 or 396 peak. By comparison, I think just that shows you the technology in this car, although it's been updated on it, it's starting to maybe fall behind the latest and greatest in terms of the new EVs coming from other markets. In comparison to the IM6, I think that is an interesting point because they're similar shape, size. This is about £10,000 more, and they're accelerate similar. You know, I think the IM6 when I drove did have the adaptive air suspension, doing like it raised and lowered, so it was a little bit more weighty than the regular IM6 model, but they're similar shape, family friendly SUVs with crazy power. That is also mid 3-second range to 60. It had 3 screens. This has just got 1 large screen, so it depends what you're after. This has the app for, you know, being able to, let's get this car, it's going to change lane itself. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Well, I think it's just quicker to move in and out myself, but I do like that little gimmick of indicating and moving. But yes, back to the IM6. It is an interesting point to mention. Just depends what you're after, but if you maybe had a Model Y, it's worth checking out an IM6 because they offer similar amounts, but that MG IM6 is, as I said, it's about £10,000 less, and it doesn't feel £10,000 less of a vehicle. Okay, I don't know what the finance rates are going to be for that kind of car, but it's just worth mentioning. There is other things in the market that are newer, charges faster, it's got crab walking with the 4-wheel steer, etc. But if you do want an ultimate Tesla in the UK, this is the one to get. I actually don't know if they still sell the S and the X. I know they stopped making right-hand drive in like 2019. I can't say the last time I've seen a left-hand drive one sold here in the UK. I need to check the configurator. But without that, me rambling on, let's conclude this video. So I just want to say thanks very much for watching this video on the Tesla Model Y performance. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel below, comment your thoughts on the performance version of the Tesla Model Y. A special thanks to Tesla UK for the loan of this car for today's video. I'll see you guys next video. Ciao.